"O king, do you know what is happening? A large enemy army is marching towards our country." Such a message is very scary. King Jehoshaphat decides to ask God what to do. He proclaims a fast for all the people of Judah. People from every town in the country come together to pray to God for help. Would you do the same when you are in trouble or in need? King Jehoshaphat goes to the temple. That is the house of the Lord. There he is among his people and prays, "Lord, you are so powerful, so mighty. Who can stand against you? We believe that in a time of calamity such as war, disease or famine, we can cry out to you to save us. We believe you will hear us and rescue us. We can't do anything against this huge army. We don't know what to do, but we trust in you." How special is this when a king is there praying to the Lord together with the whole nation. Do you see? It are not only men, there are also their wives and children. You are never too young to pray. Then the Spirit of the Lord comes on Jehaziel. He is a Levite, and he says, "Listen, King Jehoshaphat and all who live in Judah. This is what the Lord says to you. Do not be afraid or discouraged because of this huge army. The battle is not yours, but God's. Go out to face them tomorrow. Take up your positions, stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will give you." King Jehoshaphat bows down with his face to the ground. And all the people and children do the same. They worship before the Lord. The next morning, very early, King Jehoshaphat and his people go to the battlefield. As they set out, Jehoshaphat stands and says, "Believe in the Lord your God and you will have success. Believe his prophets and everything will be all right." The king consults with the people. They decide that in front of the army there should be a choir. They sing, "God's loving kindness is forever," as they walk along, praising and thanking the Lord. As they start singing, the Lord causes the enemy army to fight among themselves. They destroy each other. So when the army of King Jehoshaphat arrives on the scene, all they find are dead bodies lying on the ground. Not a single one of the enemy has escaped. Just as God has promised, this was the Lord's battle, and they don't need to fight. Jehoshaphat and his men go to carry off their plunder. They find a lot of animals and equipment, clothes and also articles of value, more than they can take away. There is so much plunder that it takes them 3 days to collect it. On the 4th day they gather in a valley to give thanks and praise to God. This is so important when the Lord has answered your prayer that you thank him as well. Then they return to Jerusalem, full of joy. King Jehoshaphat is leading them. They march into Jerusalem, accompanied by a band of harps and trumpets and other instruments. They proceed to the temple to give thanks to God again. King Jehoshaphat has trusted God for victory, and this has brought peace to his country.